Hello, folks. Last week was the official halfway point of the semester. We had spring break. And now it's time to look at the downward trajectory from the top of the roller coaster hill to see the end of the semester in 7 short weeks. That means it's buckle down and get it done time. This is not the time to slack off. This is not the time to lighten up. This is the time to get yourself moving towards the end. You're almost rid of me and the videos. Are you excited about that? Then use that as your motivation. As usual, here is the weekly announcement so you can see all there is to see. Be sure to read through it all and see all the lovely links that you might need. After that, we have our video chapter listing, we have the preview of what's coming up, all the materials that the learning materials say that you should review, although you did all of this in week 7, and you did CSET resources in week 6. So I'm not going to go over that again, it's just going to lengthen the video. Then you have your assignment, which is due on March 22nd, okay? So, going back, we can click on the View the Course Schedule, just so it's official, and we scroll all the way down here to week number 9, and there it is, after spring break. Review week 7 resources as needed. Check out the CSET resources, which you can review by going back to the week 6 video I just made, or just kind of clicking here, or you can actually scroll back up and take a look at what is CSET and things like that, okay? That's really all you have to review, okay? So, there's really only one assignment that you actually have some choices about. Yes, I'm very serious. You get to choose between a familiar and detailed graphical organizer that you've come to love and, well, maybe not love, but just tolerate, or an outline that you probably have been doing since maybe junior high or high school, to make a detailed outline or a sample, hey, whatever's going to work for you. Aren't I just the best? So, clicking on this link here or in the announcement, this link here will take you to this place here. And as you can see here, you can submit either a completed copy of the Unit 3 Argument Essay Graphical Organizer, or you can do a copy of one of the 2 options on the essay outline. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look at the Graphical Organizer first. As you know, just click on this link here, and you will see what you're used to. This one is a bit more involved, yes, but it shows you exactly what needs to go where and will allow you the understanding to start actually writing your paper. So I just want you to go through this and answer all the questions as clearly and completely as possible. I need you to realize that the more work you do now, the less you will be stressing about later. If you complete the graphical organizer the right way, the overall writing of the paper will be painless for you. Trust me on this. So I have everything split out into sections. We have our introduction, which are 3 basic components. We need our attention getter or our hook. We need the information that your reader will need to know to understand your thesis statement. Okay? So you have to give any information here that will make your thesis statement that much clearer there. Then we have our background section to begin with. Any information that's going to help your reader understand the basics of your argument. You have at least 3 argument points, 2 counter arguments, and then 2 rebuttals, which means any of those claims that are going to require prior knowledge, this is where you introduce that prior knowledge. So by the time your readers get down to the development section, oh look, claim. What is the evidence? So what's the source material that you used? How are we going to tie that evidence into our claim and furthermore into our thesis statement? And then, what source did you use to set it up? As you can see here, argument point 1, argument point 2, argument point 3. Now, if you are a go-getter and you need more argument points than just those 3, by all means, put them down here in additional points. You can even impress me by copying and pasting and editing argument point 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, whatever you need, okay? Then we get into our counter argument. What are the most common objections that people might have to your argument, okay? How does their opinion differ from yours? Remember, I'm looking for 2 counter argument points, okay? So what are the sources that you use? Rebuttal the counter argument. This is where you come back and say, hey, you know what? While the opponents to this argument might have a few good points they don't quite understand because. If you can see here, I only have that one question under each counter-argument and rebuttal because we're not going to talk about actual counter-arguments and rebuttals for another week or two. Okay, so just the basics will really help you. Then we have our conclusion, an echoed or a rephrased thesis statement. Go back up to your introduction, right up here. Take your thesis statement, and then right down here, I want you to paraphrase it and put it in here. Do not copy and paste it. I do not want you to do that because this is going to take the place of that awful, terrible, horrible two-word phrase, in conclusion. By rephrasing your thesis statement, you are wrapping it up in such a holistic way that your reader understands it and you don't bore them to death with in conclusion, in summary, to sum up, to conclude, or all the other crap you might want to type there. An echoed thesis statement is the way to go. Then, basically, what main points do you need to summarize and wrap up to kind of tell everybody that the whole thing has come full circle? And then finally, just like I was told by Mr. Holmes in my junior year of high school, reach beyond. Get your reader to understand something beyond your paper. Link that to the real world, okay? Then list out your references, okay? That would be the graphical organizer. Then, of course, we have the second option. You can choose to do a simple outline, okay? So the thing is with this, you actually have two choices. You can choose the traditional Harvard outline, which I'm going to show you. Don't worry, you know what it is. Or you can choose option B, which is the more informal option. You only have to select one. You do not have to do both. You do not have to do one and a choice of two. You don't have to do one and both of two. One or two. If you choose two, you can choose option A or option B. It's that easy. So what does that look like? Well, you know what I do. You click on this, and then you can see what the option templates are. Now, I put it in such a way that you should be able to just kind of remove your question and type your answer in. And that way, I've already given you the formatting. You just have to fill it out, okay? So the more details you use, the better picture you will have for your final draft. So again, I have introduction, background information, first argument claim, second argument claim, third argument claim, counter arguments, counter argument claim 1 and 2, rebuttal, counter argument claim, rebuttal claim 1, rebuttal claim 2. And then here's our conclusion. All of this material is very easy for you to do if you just answer the questions and type your answers in here, okay? And this is very formatted. It's very traditional. It's called the hierarchical outline for a hierarchy. It's also called the traditional outline, which people have been using forever. It also comes from Harvard University, so they call it the Harvard outline. Okay, so any of that works. If this is kind of giving you some hives because you're worried about all the formatting getting screwed up, I got you. Down here on page 3, we have option B. The informal outline, aka the one that works specifically for you. There's nothing here except for bullet points. I don't care. Just put them in there. Same basic principles, though. Answer the questions, put it in here, no problem. And you have all the material that you need. Just tackle it. Okay? You only have to choose one of these two options. Do not do both, please. I'm trying to help you, but I don't want you to cry doing this stuff all week in 3 different ways. This isn't a cooking competition, okay? And that's it. Really? I'm not even at a page and a half from my script. Wow. This will probably be a pretty short video. Yep, it's barely 9.5 minutes. So it should be a very popular one to watch. In any case, reach out if you have any issues. Welcome to the last half of the semester, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do with your paper. Be safe, and see ya.